Since the dawn of armored warfare, tanks have dominated battlefields with their heavy armor and devastating firepower. But just as tanks evolved, so did the weapons designed to destroy them. Today, anti-tank weapons are some of the most feared and effective tools of modern warfare. In this video, we'll explore the history, development, and impact of anti-tank missiles and explain why Ukraine has been receiving so many of these weapons from the West. The story begins in 1916 with the first appearance of tanks during World War I. These massive armored vehicles shocked armies that had no real defense against them. The race to develop effective anti-tank weapons began immediately. At first, the solution was brute force. Armies tried to stop tanks using heavy artillery and direct cannon fire. These weapons were powerful, but they were heavy, difficult to maneuver, and not practical for infantry use. A breakthrough came when European engineers discovered the Monroe effect. By shaping an explosive charge into a cone, the detonation created a powerful jet of plasma capable of piercing through steel armor. This discovery led to the development of heat rounds, or high-explosive anti-tank munitions. Unlike traditional projectiles that relied on kinetic energy, heat weapons used chemical energy, melting through armor with superheated plasma. The first major demonstration of this new technology came during World War II, when German forces used shaped charges in the assault on the heavily fortified Belgian fortress of Aben-Emmel. The success of the operation proved that tanks and fortifications could be destroyed by portable specialized explosives. Soon, portable anti-tank weapons became widespread. The German Panzerfaust and Panzerschreck were among the most famous. The Panzerfaust in particular was simple, cheap, and deadly. Soldiers with minimal training could operate it effectively, and it was capable of penetrating even the thickest Allied armor. By the end of the war, it's estimated that nearly 70% of destroyed tanks were taken out by portable anti-tank weapons like the Panzerfaust. The success of these weapons inspired further development. In the 1960s, the Soviet Union introduced the RPG-7, one of the most iconic anti-tank weapons in history. Lightweight, reusable, and devastatingly effective, it could penetrate armor up to 400 millimeters thick. Cheap to produce and easy to use, the RPG-7 spread worldwide and became a symbol of guerrilla warfare and insurgent forces. But tanks did not remain defenseless. Engineers developed explosive reactive armor, or ERA, blocks of explosives mounted on tank hulls. When struck by a heat round, these blocks would explode outward, disrupting the plasma jet and reducing penetration. In response, anti-tank designers created tandem charge warheads. The first charge destroyed the ERA, while the second penetrated the tank's main armor underneath. By the 1950s and 60s, technology advanced further with the introduction of guided anti-tank missiles. Early examples, like the French SS-10, allowed operators to manually steer the missile into its target. Later designs in the 1960s to 90s, such as the Russian Kornet and the Israeli Spike, improved accuracy but still required operators to keep the target in sight until impact, a dangerous job under fire. The 1990s brought the third generation of anti-tank missiles, the so-called fire and forget systems. Weapons like the American FGM-14-8 Javelin revolutionized infantry tactics. Once launched, the Javelin guided itself to the target, freeing the operator to take cover. Even more devastating, it attacked tanks from above, striking the thinner top armor, one of the most vulnerable points. Today, fourth-generation missiles like the Indian Sant and the long-range Spike NLOS can hit targets from 20 to 32 kilometers away, allowing operators to strike armored columns from extreme distances. The effectiveness of anti-tank weapons has been proven repeatedly in modern conflicts. During the First Chechen War in the 1990s, RPG-7s destroyed hundreds of Russian armored vehicles in brutal urban combat. In Syria in 2019, anti-tank missiles such as the Kornet halted a major Turkish armored offensive. Lightweight, Compact, inexpensive, and easy to use, these weapons are ideal for ambushes and guerrilla tactics. This explains why Ukraine has received thousands of Western-supplied anti-tank missiles, from the Javelin to the NLAW. Against Russian armored columns, these weapons provide Ukraine with an effective way to slow, disrupt, and even stop much larger and better-equipped forces. From crude artillery blasts in World War I to sophisticated fire-and-forget missiles today, anti-tank weapons have transformed the battlefield. They give small infantry units the power to destroy the most advanced tanks in the world, and in modern warfare, they remain one of the most decisive tools against armored threats. Thanks for watching. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe